And welcome to the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily. Zane Garcia here from USSSA Sports Complex in Vieira. This is Space Coast Stadium. As some of you may know, this was the home for the Manatees. This was the home for the Washington Nationals spring training. I think the Milwaukee Brewers were here for a while. So really a great venue here on a great day for some baseball. We have both Quebec teams a little exhibition scrimmage of sorts here on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. You have the coach of the Quebec Los Flamingos pitching for both squads today. So none of these players will be pitching, just mainly working on hitting, fielding, base running of sorts. So bases loaded already for the Quebec blue team is up to bat. That is the Quebec B team. The A team will be batting next. They're in the field right now. I unfortunately did not get a batting order or roster for either of the squads before the game. They showed up a little bit late, so it was kind of rushing to get onto the field. There's a swing and a miss. I have broadcasted both of these squads, so when I see the last names on the jerseys, I will remember, but did not get a batting order for either. So, but bases loaded early in this one. That one's fouled off to the right side. Once again, this is a beautiful day for baseball. Sunny out. There's a light breeze. This is the reason that people want to move down to Florida right here is the sunny weather, but a little light breeze to it too. There's a strikeout right there. I believe that's Legault. That is set down on strikes. Next up to bat, if I can read the last name on there. I cannot. Look like it might be Charsney. Not exactly sure how they pronounce it, but that is one of the players that I was broadcasting just a couple days ago. The Los Flamingos out of Quebec, which I found out that is not their actual high school name. It's their travel team name. Their high school name is the Bavarians. So they all come in wearing Bavarians gear, but they put on these Los Flamingos, these pink and light teal type, blue type jerseys. So this is their travel squad. That one swung on and hit to right field. That's going to bounce and score a run. They'll hold the runner at third, so bases will stay loaded, but there's the first run of the game with still bases loaded. So good start for the B team. Poisson steps in. That one swung on, fouled right back. No fans out here today with gloves, so I expect the foul balls to be bouncing all over the place. That one's going to get past the catcher. Umpire gets in the way. That's going to easily score a run. So make it 2-0 now with runners on second and third now. What a hot start for the B team. Once again, this is free entry here at Space Coast Stadium. If you're just sitting at home doing nothing, why not come out to the USSSA Sports Complex here in Vieira, right across the street pretty much from Vieira High School. That's going to get down That's going to easily score 2. That's a 2 RBI double for Poisson. What a hot start for this Quebec B team. But yeah, virtually caddy corner to Vieira High School right over here. Where the Manatees used to play, if any of you out there watching remember the Manatees. There's a swing and a miss. But yeah, beautiful day for some baseball. Come on out and watch some baseball. Batter takes time. That one swung on, going to be driven into left. That's going to score a run. Coach tells the runner to head back, which is a little surprising. That was an easy RBI double if the runner had gone. We've seen this Quebec team play a multitude of teams, so it'd be very interesting to see how they play each other. So I just now got a roster and batting order for both these teams. It is Team Antoine in the field right now for, are at bat right now, sorry, for the Quebec Los Flamingos. This wind is really kicking up. Wind is all over the place, so I believe we are on Mateo Fortin. Actually, no, we are not. We're on number 36. That is Noah Rolish. Or I think it's Rolile. And he strikes out. Next batter up is Rue Cardinal, number 19. You're going to see everyone batting today for both these squads as they try to get as many reps as they can. Great start for Team Antoine. Team Adam is in the field. Adam is actually the one that is pitching for both squads. So try to zoom in a little bit, get a better shot there for everyone. That one's fouled back left again. They might have to have someone designated to just grab foul balls because they don't have unlimited baseballs out here. That one's grounded. Shortstop picks it up. Long throw. Safe at first. So bases will now be loaded. Still 2 outs here in the top of the first. If you are just tuning in, this is the Cocoa Beach Spring Training from USSSA Sports Complex. I am Zane Garcia with the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily. This is the Quebec Los Flamingos. Next up to bat for Team Antoine is Alexa McHugh. And that one's driven towards shortstop. Great catch made there at short The shortstop for Team Adam that made that catch, that is Christopher DeVos. So good catch there by Mr. DeVos, and that will be the third out of the top of the first. We will head to the bottom of the first inning here. Team Antoine puts across 5 runs in the top of the first inning. So B team does their job. Couple of fans have come out. Not sure if they are just baseball fans or if they're fans of this Quebec team. But it looks like they're going to be walking up towards the top of the bleachers where there's some shade, and I don't blame them. It is a hot one out here, and if you are from Quebec, this heat is probably a little much. So Team Adam will step up and bat. It'll be Edward Carrier is going to be the first batter for Team Adam. On deck will be Jeremy Martell. Wind is kicking like crazy. If you see the camera moving around a lot, apologies in advance. This wind is serious out here today. So I was told it was Adam that was pitching for both squads, and I guess it's Antoine. And that one's going to drop into left field. Runner is going to lead off first with a single. So kind of a dwibbler hit over there towards the left, short left. And that was a hard play to make. I mean, the sun is right in your eyes. And then on top of that, you have a ball that's dropping pretty quick with this wind. It's going everywhere, but the wind is at their back, so it's dropping pretty quickly. Jeremy Martell will step in now for Team Antoine. There's a strike. That one's low. Christopher DeVos, the shortstop that made that great catch just a moment ago, is on deck for Team Adam. The pitch, runner's going to go. Throw to second is just late. So good speed there by Carrier. And he gets in there safely at second. That pitch just a little low. I've seen the Quebec team compete here over the past couple of weeks. It's fun to see teams here competing in the Cocoa Beach spring training that are from all over. We've called games with teams from Nebraska, from Illinois, from Oregon, from Washington, from New York, New Jersey, Maine, and even Canada. So it's pretty cool to see. Runner's going to head towards third, and he's going to easily get there. That was ball 4. So runners are now at the corners as Christopher DeVos will step in. the shortstop for Team Adam. On deck is going to be Zach Gordault. Let's see if Team Adam can make some moves of their own. And I think it's a good idea to have these coaches pitch. You know, I was thinking, oh, why don't these players pitch against each other? But when the coaches pitch, they're gonna throw a little bit of everything to give their players some practice. But they're mainly gonna throw pitches that the players can hit. And reason for that is they want their defense to get practice. Number one, that's going to score a run. But they also want to get these players ready for when their regular season comes around. So that is an RBI single for DeVos. Zach Gordault will step in now. He is the first baseman for Team Adam. Zoe Lecomte is on deck. Had a lot of movement on it. That was a slider, and Gordault didn't really know what to do with that. I don't blame him. Runners on first and second. 5-1 score. And that one's hit into the gap and left. With that wind, it just stayed up there for a while, so that's going to score a run from second. And that's going to be an RBI double. So make it 5-2, and the hat flies off the pitcher there. A lot of wind here today. But really, I mean, you look at that baseball, and on a normal day, that thing would have flew probably almost all the way to the track, and that one just stayed in short left center because guess what? The wind is blowing like 30 miles an hour. Zoe Lecomte steps in. That first pitch gets away from the catcher. That is going to score another run for Team Adam. Runner moves to third. Runner from third comes home. Just last week we saw, I believe, the 14, 15, and 16U Quebec teams. Lecomte was pitching against the Pena Baseball Club. Well, that pitch, that throw over to third gets away, and the runner's going to score. So a miscue right there as the throw was offline. That's an easy run, but yeah, we saw Lecomte was the only girl that played for that 15U Quebec team, and she went out there and pitched against the Pena baseball team, and rightfully so. They were a really good baseball team, put up 6 runs in that top of the first, and then umpire said switch sides. And she came in there and she pitched really, really well. Gave up 1 run on 1 hit in 2 innings so of work. It was quite impressive for the only girl on the team to come in there and strike guys out. You don't see that very often. On deck is Samuel Marcotte for Team Adam. There's a strike. Actually, they called it a ball. It looked like he was calling it a strike. Lecomte will head towards first base on a walk, and Marcotte will step in now. 5-4 game here in the bottom of the first inning. USSSA Sports Complex, probably the windiest day that I've ever broadcasted a game. It's all over the place. There's a strike right there to Marcotte. Runner gets back to first safely. That one's just outside. It is Team Adam batting right now. It is Samuel Marcotte at the plate. He's playing center field today. That one swung on and missed. Morgan Peralt, the right fielder, is on deck for Team Adam here at Quebec. That is the pink team, Team A. Pitch, that one struck towards left field. Can the play be made? Yes, it will be. And Lecomte is going to have to trot back towards first base. That's the first out of the inning. Which is really shocking because there's been plenty of plays to be made, but once again, with this wind, it is really hard to get a good judgment on where the ball is going to go. Luckily, there was a shadow of no wind right there for the left fielder to make that play. So easy line drive over to left field, caught for out number one. That pitch is outside to Peralt. Christopher Geralt is batting next. He is the left fielder. Runner on first, one out here, bottom of the first inning, 1-1-1. That one's over the head of the batter. That's going to be a ball. That one's outside as well, so send the runner towards first base. Runners on first and second. That one's popped right up, and that's going to be safe at first base. What a little play there. I don't think that was intentional, but it worked out. So bases are loaded now for Team Adam. Catcher unable to run up there and make the play. What a kind of crazy play that was. Double play made. Good play right there. 6-4-3. Gets them out of the inning. But the damage was done as a 5-4-3 or a 5-4 game, is what we have right now from USSSA Sports Complex here in Vieira. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. I am Zane Garcia with Space Coast Daily, and this is the Cocoa Beach Spring Training. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to USSSA Sports Complex. This is the Cocoa Beach Spring Training. There's a ground ball right to first, easy play to make, and that's going to be out number one as I believe that was number I don't have a number for that one. Oh, that was Alexa McHugh. Now I have Lori. Oh, that one's hit towards left field, and that's going to go down for a base hit. So a single right there. That's actually Leonie Chichuan. I do apologize in advance if anybody from Quebec is watching. I try my best to pronounce the last names. I know that some of them I've butchered, but I try my best. Batting now is Luke LaChapelle. It's again a super windy day out here, but nice and hot for some baseball. There's out number 2 on a strikeout, and Coach Adam on the mound, he's trying to strike people out. Antoine Richard will step in now. Number 99 for Team Antoine. Swing and a miss. That's strike number 2. And there's strike number 3. What a quick inning right there. Quick half inning as we'll head to the bottom of the second. Score still 5-4. Team Adam will be up to bat next. Cocoa Beach Spring Training has been going on for nearly 4 decades. 36 years in running an annual event that has been hosting teams from all over the nation and including teams from Canada, as you see today. Baseball teams, softball teams, and even lacrosse teams that come down here and participate in the Cocoa Beach Spring Training, giving them an opportunity to get some reps in, practice some before their own home seasons when they head back to usually more north where they can't compete year-round like we can in Florida. But it's, yeah, very cool to see teams from Canada down here. So bottom of the second, Team Adam will be back up to bat. Batting now for Team Adam. That is Benjamin Breton, excuse me. I got to give a shout out to Breton too, because he was one of the young men that gave me a little shout out. He said that he heard me broadcasting one of their games and I was doing a good job. So I said thank you. I appreciate that. Gave me a nice smile. But yeah, these teams come down here and it's all about having fun, getting some reps in, practicing. Oh, that one's smacked by Brenton to the second baseman. Easy throw out at first, and that is going to be out number 1 for Team Adam. Next up to bat is going to be, that's Mary Lou Lapointe. Mary Lou Lapointe. 5-4 game. Team Antoine, after that top of the first, is leading by 1 run. Bottom of the second inning here. A really, really fast top of the second. That one's just outside. It's also cool. This is the first team that I've seen to have girls on their baseball team. You know, down here in Florida, I mean, you've seen some teams have, baseball teams have girls on it, but it's usually softball. You know, the girls play softball, the boys play baseball. But seen some teams down here with, on the Quebec team specifically, with girls on their baseball team. I think that's pretty neat. Don't normally see that. And some of them can play. They really can. So I got to give them some props. That one's outside. So Lapointe will head towards first on a walk. And in steps now is going to be Rosalie Fournier. I know the Fournier one's correct. That's the one that I know is correct based on that spelling, because as a Magic fan, we used to have Evan Fournier playing in Orlando. So I know that one is correct. But the other one's still not sure. There is a good pitch right there, strike. Once again, it is the coaches pitching. No players are pitching today. Coaches pitching for both squads, so a little interesting to see. But it really is better for the pitchers who do pitch for both these, for really all these squads, to save their arm. You know, work on fielding, work on base running, work on hitting. That's a good pitch right there. Swung on and missed by Fournier. That is going to be out number 2. Stepping in now is William Blenger. See, when I played baseball, I used to love those high pitches. Now, I didn't play much of any baseball, but when I did play for a short time as a kid, I loved those high pitches. I would have swung at that all day long. High pitches, you get around on it. If you can get around on it, hit it into the gap, you're talking extra bases. I was thinking triple or inside the park home run all day long. That one bounces for a ball. Overall, great venue here at USSSA Space Coast Stadium. These stadiums here at the sports complex are pretty much used year-round. I mean, you can play any sport really year-round here in Florida. And the baseball and softball fields, they're used constantly. So great sight to see that they're getting good usage out of these fields here, right here in Vieira, Florida. This is also the Vieira High School home stadium for the Hawks baseball team, who will be headed to the playoffs on Friday. The FHSAA Regional State Playoffs will begin this Friday. So that's a walk right there for Belanger. It's going to be Jacob Julian stepping in now, batting from the right side. Yeah, a couple teams competed against these Cocoa Beach spring training teams. O'Galley's going to be in the playoffs. They competed against these teams. Satellite will be in there. They competed. I believe Vieira did as well, and Melbourne. Melbourne, Vieira, Merritt Island, O'Galley, Satellite. Those are some of the teams to watch out for in the coming weeks. That one is called a strike. It looked a little bit outside. Good, I guess good framing there by the catcher. On deck is Zach Bassett for Team Adam. The pitch is a strike. That was a good pitch over the heart of the plate. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second. That one gets away from a little bit. 2-2 count now to Bassett. That one's high. Oh, excuse me, it's still Jacob Julian. Bassett's on deck. Pardon me. That one is low, and that is going to be a walk. So bases are now loaded. 5-4 game, and if somehow Bassett can hit something into left field or right field, it doesn't even necessarily need to be in the gap. This is a huge field here at Space Coast Stadium. Same parameters as it was when the Manatees played here, and as well as the Washington Nationals spring training. So you got a professional size field here. I believe probably 400 or close to 400 at that back wall. So massive field. A ball going into the outfield can really do some damage, and if Bassett gets a hold of one, you could be counting 2 runs on the board or even 3 for Team Adam. That one's outside. Zach Bessett, number 19, an extra hitter today for Team Adam. And that throws high. Runner's going to head home. I don't know if that was intentional, but that just knotted the game up at 5. And that one's going to be a ball and a walk. So bases are once again loaded. 5-5. You know, it's a intramural type of game, exhibition between Quebec and against themselves, you know, kind of like we see with a lot of teams around this time of year in different sports. However, you best believe they're trying to beat each other. I remember scrimmaging whenever I played any sport and knowing that those are my teammates, but I'm going to show how competitive I am. So 5-5 game here. That one's hit right at the pitcher. Quick play to make, and the play is made for out number 3. 3 runners are left on, but a run did cross. That ties the game 5-5 here from the USSSA Sports Complex, Space Coast Stadium here in Vieira. Once again, I am Zane Garcia with Space Coast Daily. We'll be headed to the top of the 3rd in just a moment. I'll give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. All Points, Health First, Eastern Florida State College, Mike Erdman Automotives, Florida Tech, and Auto Expo 95. I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of my broadcast partners as well. Orville Susong, who I've done some baseball games with. Can't forget Steve Wilson, the 2 legends of Space Coast Daily, and of course, Terry Spain. So once again, thank you for tuning in to Space Coast Daily. This is the Cocoa Beach Spring Training, and I'll be right back in just a moment. Starting here for the top of the 3rd, leading off for Team Antoine is number 11, that is Antoine Senegal. Called his name a couple of times last week in some of those games. He was able to pick up a couple hits, make some plays. I believe he was catching in the game just a couple days ago. The 14U team did not pull out the victory in the game that I broadcasted. The 15U team did not either, but they looked very competitive. And then the 16U team, they played a 14U Sandlot baseball team, and it was a lopsided victory, but they were able to, that ball is fair down the right field line. Senegal is going to probably get 2, if not 3. Throw is into the cutoff man, so that's going to be a stand-up double for Antoine Senegal here in the top of the 3rd. But yeah, you can tell that there's a blend of talent within the 14U, 15U, 16U squad. Some of these teams that they've played have been playing for, a couple of months or, already a couple of weeks, and they just got here. So Noah Fortin up to bat now as he has a runner in scoring position, a chance to break the tie. Runner goes, and he's going to be picked off as Coach Adam, he sensed it. He felt that the runner was going to go, and he did. So Senegal with the steal attempt to third, it was unsuccessful. So that'll be out number one as Fortin is still in the batter's box for Team Antoine. That one is thrown behind Fortin. That one smacked out towards center. Going to be a tough play to make. The play is not made. It's all the way to the track. Fortin crossing second, going for third. And he slides in there at third, as if they were still playing at Mitchell-Ellington Field, that might have been a home run, as that one was blasted to center field. Can't blame the center fielder on that one. That was a shot. And with the wind behind us, it gives you a little bit of a push, too, on that baseball. So that one easily was struck out there, probably 370, maybe even a little bit further. Next into bat for Team Antoine is Felix Barassa. Let's see if he can drive in Fortin from third. That was a hittable pitch right there. I'm surprised Barassa didn't swing away at that one. Called a strike. There's another strike. That one smacked to right field. It's going to go all the way to the corner. Brass is going to be heading for third, too. Wouldn't be surprised if he's heading home. The throw's the cutoff. He's going to stay at third. Smart decision, as the throw was a beautiful one towards home, but there is an RBI triple right there. And Team Antoine here in the top of the third is going to take the 6-5 lead now over Team Adam. That one's a strike to, it is Alexi Legault batting. And that one smacked towards left center. Play is made. The tag up is going to be successful. Easy run home for Barassa. So make it 7-5. Team Antoine has taken the lead. That one's hit too short. Throw to first is way offline, and the runner is going to make it towards second easily. Call that an E6. For Team Adam, you have, it looks like they've switched it up a little bit. I believe, yeah, they have switched it up. So I'm not exactly sure. That might be Fournier that is on first base. That one's hit towards left and foul. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be switching around the defensive players periodically to get everybody some reps. There's a good slider in there for a strike. Runner on second. Swung on, struck up the middle. That is a base hit and another run for Team Antoine. That is the B team, the teal team, the Los Flamingos, whatever you want to call them. So good base hit there by, I believe that was Chucheron. Oh, that throws way offline. Runner's going to stay at second, though. Oh, actually, it was Poisson with that last base hit. So now batting is Bogard, Ben Bogard, number 22. A runner makes it into second easily. That one's hit towards third. Running up on it. Throw over to first is in time and on line for out number 3, but some runs were given up by Team Adam in that last half inning. It is now 8-5. Team Antoine leads as we head to the bottom of the third. So great baseball being played here at USSSA Space Coast Stadium. Team Adam, Team Antoine. Team Adam is the pink team, the A team, and Team Antoine is the B team, which is the teal team. So both Quebec Flamingos, intermed game here for the Cocoa Beach spring training. 8-5. We are headed to the bottom of the third in just a moment. Back here from Space Coast Stadium, I am Zane Garcia with Space Coast Daily. It is now Team Adam batting for the bottom of the third inning. And we actually did get a pitching change. It is going to be a player now pitching for Team Antoine. Didn't get a name or number for that, but I'll try to get one. That is hit towards short. Throw over to first is a high one. And they say that he's out at first. It is number 36. That might be Noah Fortin. There's two number 36s on Team Antoine. There's Delisle and there's Fortin. So I believe it's Fortin that's pitching now. That one is fouled back. Pitches outside. Batting for Team Adam is Jeremy Martell. And Martell check swing is called a swing, so he'll be set down. That is a strike and out number one. Christopher DeVost steps in for Team Adam. And this puts them at a little bit of a disadvantage, Team Adam, because now they're not facing the coach anymore, who is throwing regular, I would say relatively regular pitches, no outside or off-speed pitches. They were kind of over the plate, just normal, fastball pitches. So now you got a pitcher at you throwing a little bit of everything. That one's chopped over the pitcher. Tough play to make. Second baseman scoops it up, and the throw is made in time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down in that bottom of the third inning. We will head to the top of the fourth inning as Team Antoine leads it 8-5 over Team Adam. A-team is down. B-team is leading. B-team being Team Antoine. That one was popped straight up. Went straight up, straight down. It went foul. Batting now for Team Antoine is number 73. That is Mateo Fortin. That's a swing and a miss. That is strike number 2. That one's hit towards left field. It is going to drop and get past the left fielder. Center fielder's running fast after it. Can they get there in time to stop him at second? And they can. That is going to be a stand-up double for Mateo Fortin to start this half inning for Team Antoine here in the top of the 4th. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. Rue Cardinal steps in as Delisle is set down on strikes. Alexa McHugh is on deck. That one's hit towards right field. Going to be a tough play to make. It's going to drop, take a big bounce, and runners will stay at their respective bases. So runners are now at the corners with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And Alexa McHugh will step in. Hit towards the shortstop. Stopped up. Could not get there in time to throw Alexa out. So the run will cross and the runner will be safe. It's not going to be called an error. It's going to be a base hit. That was a hard hit ball to short. Lori Plumendon is batting now for Team Antoine. And that one's popped over towards second, and it's dropped. So there's a force at any base, throw over to third, and that's offline. So it was an easy play that was dropped by the second baseman, and then you had a force at any out, so they threw it over to third, and that was a low throw, but was also dropped. So bases are now loaded. There's a force at any base now with Leonie Chiquine stepping in. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. That one's fouled back to the net. That one's popped up high and dropped. Unable to find it right there. Throw over to third. Not in time. Safe again. So maybe the sun causing a little bit of issues for Team Adam as they're not able to field the last 2 plays. Team Antoine will score their 10th run of the game and still have the bases loaded. That one's fouled right back. All fun out here at the USSSA Sports Complex. That one's hit right through the gap. It's going to score 1. Next runner is going to head home. It's going to score 2. That's a 2 RBI single. That one's hit towards second base. Stepping on first, making the double play. Can they? No. The runner will move to third. Runner's out at second. 2 outs here. Top of the fourth. 12-5 game. And it's going to be the top of the order. It's going to be Antoine Senegal stepping back in. That one's fouled right. That one's outside. That one's hit towards short. Can the play be made? No, not in time. Runner scores. Did you see it? Yeah, it's right down here in this second row. That one's inside. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. That one's low for a ball. Hit towards left field. High but stopping. Takes an awkward bounce. That's going to score at least 1. And it does. So a double right there will score a run. 14-5 game now. That one right off the end of the bat, but goes into the gap and right. That's going to score 2. And heading for third. And that's his third triple of the game for Barassa as he scores 2 and makes it in there safely to third. Alexi Legault steps in. That one gets away from the catcher. Run scores. That one's hit right over the second baseman's head up to the center fielder and down for a single. Chucheron in now, and that one's fouled back. That one's ripped towards the third baseman. Long throw over to first, and it's dropped. Runner will head towards third. The base runner will stay at first. So runners at the corners now. And on this professional field, the throw from third to first is a long throw. So it's got to be accurate and it's got to be fast too. Stepping in now is Alexi Poisson. Squibs it over towards left field, foul. That one's foul, hits the umpire. That one's hit towards the first baseman. Play is going to be tough. Run's going to score. Play can't be made. Throw over to third. They got him in a pickle now. Tagged out between second and third. Run had already crossed before the out, so the run will count, but that will be the third out, of that half inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth after a huge top of the fourth by Team Antoine. Team Adam will have a lot of work to do to get back in this one here from USSSA Sports Complex in Vieira Space Coast Stadium. Starting now, bottom of the fourth inning. Leading off this half inning for Team Adam is going to be Zach Gordault. First pitch is low. That one's fouled right back to the net. Pitch is just off the mark. Gordalt has worked himself into 2-2 count. That one's fouled right back. Fouled back again. That's outside, and that is a walk. So a really good at-bat right there to stay patient and not just take anything given to you. That'll be a walk. In steps Zoe Lecompte. Don't know if I'm saying some of these names right. Once again, if I am saying them wrong and you are from Quebec watching, please forgive me. There's a strike. Swing on and missed. There's a swing and a miss again. Strikeout. And in steps now Samuel Marcotte. That one's hit through second and first. Runner's going to head towards third and get there safely. So runners are now at the corners as Morgan Peralt will step in. You know, I could be reading that wrong. It looks like it's written an L and a T, but it could be a U now that I think about that. That could be Perot, and that also could be Gordeau. Yeah. Actually, no, on the back of the jersey, I see an L and a T. So, yeah, it is Peralt. I was right. Runner steals second. Two runners in scoring position now for Morgan Perrault. That one's low. That's a ball right there to Perrault. A long way for Team Adam to get back into this one, but getting some base hits will start something. It's still kind of, in my personal opinion, an unfair advantage that Team Antoine switched from the coach pitching to their players, and now it's one of the players pitching because it's just different pitching. Fortin is on the mound and he's pitching like he would pitch against anybody else, while the coach is trying to throw fair pitches that can be hit. Play is made at center field. Runners tag up. So run will score. LeCompte came in and base ran. She will get home for the Quebec A team, Team Adam. And now is Christopher Gordault. That one's hit right off of his foot. That one's hit up the middle. Shortstop, can they make the play? No. Gordault with some wheels down that first base line, and he's safe. So runners are now at the corners, and it'll be Xavier Paradis stepping in for Team Adam. There's a strike to Paradis. Runner goes, no contest, so runners are now on second and third. That one's fouled right back to the net. Parada's staying alive. That one's low. That one's high, so make it bases loaded as Benjamin Breton steps in for Team Adam. Swung on and missed by Breton. See if Breton can somehow work back into this count or get a base hit right here. That one gets away from the catcher. Runners home safely. Both runners move up, so second and third now. 18-7 game as Breton is still in the batter's box. It is Mary Lou Lapointe batting next for Team Adam. There's a strike. Outside. Good count now. Breton works the walk, so he'll head towards first. It's going to be Lapointe stepping in now. There's the first strike from Fortin. Good pitch there. Big swing. Swung on and missed, though, for strike number 2. And there's strike number 3, out number 3. Got her looking right there, so 2 runs in that half inning, 3 runners left on. We will be headed to the top of the 5th inning in just a moment. A 18 to 7 game, Team Antoine leading. Back here from the Space Coast Stadium USSSA Sports Complex. Looks like we have a pitching change. It's going to be Christopher DeVost on the mound now for Team Adam. No more coaching. No more coach pitching. And number 22 steps in. That is Ben Bogard for Team Antoine here in the top of the fifth. That one's lined toward third. Long throw. And it is offline. Runners heading towards second. Longer throw. I tell you, those throws from third to first, it is a tough throw. We haven't seen a single player make that throw yet. Not that they can't, but they haven't yet. It is a difficult throw. I mean, you're talking, this is a professional field. So the throw from third to first, you got to throw that on a rope. That's 180 feet. That's about a 30-yard throw. Or a 60-yard throw, excuse me. That one gets away from the catcher. Runner will move to third. 18-7. Team Antoine leads, and they are batting here in the top of the fifth inning. That one struck right up the middle. That's going to be an RBI single as Bogard will get home. Good hit there by Mateo Fortin as he's able to draw another run on the board. In steps now, that is Noah Delisle. There's a strike on the outer half from DeVost. Runner heads towards second. Throw towards second. He's in there safe. That one's inside. That one hit towards right field. Is that going to get down? No, it is not. It's going to be caught. Good play there by the right fielder for out number one. Stepping in now will be Rue Cardinal. That one chopped. Going to be a quick play made. There's out number two. So runner does advance to third, but two outs now here in the top of the fifth. Alexa McHugh will bat from the right side as Team Antoine leads it 19-7. Swing and a miss. And there's strike number three. Huge difference when you actually let the player pitch rather than the coach, as that was a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the fifth. And, you know, I know they're out here having fun. They're playing against each other. It's not the most serious game in the world, but you'd like it to be competitive. You know, and with a 19-7 score, unless Team Adam gets the bats rolling right now, this game is all but wrapped up here in the the bottom of the 5th inning. As they go for a time limit as well, so they have a little bit under 25 minutes left to play this game before their time runs out, I believe is the word. But yeah, I mean it's just having some fun down here in the Cocoa Beach spring training. I know these boys and girls come down here from Quebec and they can't play baseball year round up there in Canada, and they come down here, they probably enjoy this weather. So to start us off in the bottom of the 5th inning for Team Adam is going to be Rosalie Fournier. First pitch is a ball to her. New pitcher in there for Team Antoine. I will get a number and a name on that in just a minute. That one's low. That's going to be Noah Delisle pitching for Team Antoine, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk as Fournier will take first base. Hopefully that can get something rolling for Team Adam as now steps in William Blanger. That one's low to Belanger. Second pitch bounces. That one goes way over the catcher's head. Runner will head towards second. That was a pretty good hustle and throw there by the catcher Barassa for Team Antoine as Fournier was just trotting to second like it was an easy pass, and that was just a split second away from being an out, but there's 2 walks in a row. Belanger heads towards first and steps now Jacob Julian. There's a good pitch. That is a strike to Julian. That one's high. Fournier goes. And she's out at third. It looked like she hesitated a little bit, not only to start running and stealing the base, but she hesitated when sliding into the bag or trying to get to the bag, which, you know, when you steal bases, you got to fully commit. There's no half stealing a base. You got to steal it. And that'll be out number one, but there's another walk. That's 3 walks in a row. I wonder if they just let them play out or if coach says something to the pitcher. I mean, they got a 19-7 lead. It's not like one swing of the bat is going to tie this game up or anything. Next in is Zach Bessett. That one gets away. Throw to third. In there safely at second and third is both base runners. And there's the slide into third that I'm talking about, is like when you're going to get to a base, you know that baseball is coming. You have to commit. There's no stopping up. There's no slowing down. You got to slide in there and be ready. 2 balls to Bessett. That one's hit right at the second baseman. Throw over to first is routine for an out. It will score a run. So runner moves to third, and that makes it a 19-8 game. It looks like we are going to reset the order, I believe. Actually, no, it's going to be Mathis Sear in there to bat. Huge swing. And that'll be strike number 1. Those are the type of pitches right there that I mentioned earlier. If I get around on those pitches when I played baseball in my day, forget about it. That's a triple all day long or an inside the park home run. Nowadays, probably not even a single. But one can always remember the days. Sliding in there home to score another run. That was, I think that was Jacob Julian. High once again. That one's over the catcher's head. There's a walk. Stepping back in now is Edward Carrier. Actually, never mind. That's not Carrier. That is actually Noah Fortin from Team Antoine, who's stepping over to bat for Team Adam. You know, when players get to do that, you know, play for best teams, that's kind of like, you know, hey, I'm the best player on the team. But everyone here, it seems like they have some people that stand out as some of their top players, but overall everyone is pretty humble and really on the same wavelength as who's the best players and this and that. So runner already going to third. Huge leadoff. Can't even get a throw to third. That was a massive leadoff, and that's a 4-pitch walk. So Fortin heads to first. Stepping in now. Fortson just heads to second, stops halfway, but then keeps going. Looks like that's Zach Gardault. So lineup is just all over the place now. It's kind of like who wants to bat. Oh, no, it is Martell. And that one's going to bounce over the center fielder's head. That's going to score 2. Runner's going to head for third. Runner stumbles, or they would have sent Martell home for an inside the park home run, but he stumbles as I could tell he was getting excited to round third. But coach was ready to wave him home, as that one was just a regular pop fly that bounced over the head of the center fielder and stayed there for a while. So 1911 game now. Christopher DeVos is batting here. DeVos switches sides, switch hitter. That one's low. He's going to switch back over. That one's going to run in and hit him. Runner's got to go back to third. Runners are at the corner now. That hits DeVos, so Zach Gardault will step in now. They get the runner stuck between second and third. Run will head home and score. The other run will head over towards third and be safe. So what a bang-bang play there, as the runner got picked between second and third, and then the runner from third, that was Martell, just takes home. Says, okay, why not? Takes home, and now we have a 1912 game with a runner at third. There's a strike to Gardault. Swing and a miss. Runner heads home. Scores 19-13 game. Catcher tried to frame that. That was way outside. That one's high again. That one smacked right over the second baseman, down for a base hit. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Gardault will head around second. He's going to head towards third. They're going to wave him home. Will he make it home? The throw is offline. It's going to be safe. It's going to be an inside the park home run for Zach Gardault, as that scores 2. And what a turn of events right there. That was just a regular struck ball out to right field. Gets past the right fielder, and Gordal is sent all the way home. So 19-15 game now. Zoe Lecomte is into bat. That one's high again. You can tell they're out there having fun. All laughs and giggles from everyone out there. Three 0. That's ball four. Lecomte will take first base. Samuel Marcotte in now. That one bounces and hits Marcotte. I believe they're saying that this is the last batter of the game based on time constraints. So be real interesting right here to see what happens. We got a 1-point game with a runner in scoring position. Runner heads to third. In there. Three one. Can Team Adam pull off the comeback? 3-2 count now. There's a walk. Runners are on the corners. Last batter of the game is going to be Benjamin Breton. Can Breton save the day? Either we finish in a tie or Team Antoine wins by 1. They're trying to bait them into throwing it to second, and the runner from third will head home. Runner from third is DeVos. I think he's taking a huge lead off. Pitch out. The throw gets away. Runner's going to head to third. And that's going to tie the game. Base hit is foul. Can Breton save the day? Can he win the game? Runner on third, 19-19. It bounces. Catcher does save it. The throw home. He's out. And that's the game. We're going to finish in a tie. My goodness. What a throw from third home. We're going to finish in a tie ball game, 19-19. This was the Quebec Los Flamingos finishing their Cocoa Beach spring training stay here at USSSA Sports Complex Space Coast Stadium. Thank you all for tuning in. I am Zane Garcia with Space Coast